Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And since today is April 8th, it's Rex Manning Day. So, of course, the movie we're doing is the 1995 dramedy Empire Records. Here is your trivia question for today. What kind of relationship did Coyote Shivers and Liv Tyler have during the filming of this movie? The answer will be at the end of the video. The entire film takes place at a music store called Empire Records. We have Joe, the store manager, who has decided to leave Lucas in charge that evening as the closer. Now, while he's closing, Lucas finds some information that apparently Empire Records is being bought out and turned into Music Town. So he takes all of the money from that night, goes to Atlantic City, and even though he has a bit of a hot streak, ends up losing it all. Now, aside from Lucas, throughout the film, we get to meet all the rest of the Empire Records employees and get to know a lot about them, including AJ, Gina, Corey, Deborah, Mark, Burko, and Eddie. And if dealing with everyone's drama isn't enough, it's also Rex Manning Day in the store, as the used to be famous singer Rex Manning and his assistant Jane come to the store to do autographs. We also get to deal with a shoplifter named Warren. There is quite a lot happening in this movie, and it does have a huge ensemble cast, at least in my own opinion. But I will say a lot of the movie, with its revealing secrets, getting to know each other, and hopefully becoming better people afterwards, it makes me feel like this movie is a breakfast club for the 90s. Now, the concept of this movie actually originated from Carol Heikkinen, who worked at a Tower Records in Phoenix, Arizona, and most of the stories involved in the film are either ones that she had herself or accounts from other people who also worked at Tower Records. The original unedited version of Empire Records actually had quite a bit more material. There was about 40 minutes that was taken out. Due to the editing, they actually changed the movie from taking place over 2 days to just 1 day, and there was even three characters that completely were taken out of the film. Apparently, two of those characters were sisters. Well, one of them was a sister to Corey, and the other one was a sister to Warren. The third person was actually Toby Maguire, who was going to play a character named Andre. In the film, the characters played by Anthony LaPaglia and Debbie Mazur eventually become a couple. And this isn't the first time that they've played a couple. They also did so in the 1993 movie So I Married an Axe Murderer. Also, speaking of couples in movies, this is the first of two times that Liv Tyler plays opposite a character called AJ. Johnny Whitworth does so in this movie, and Ben Affleck does so in the movie Armageddon. In the film, early on, AJ mentions that he's going to tell Corey that he loves her at 1:37 p.m. The interesting part is, he looks at his watch at one point and it says 1:30. Exactly 7 minutes later in the actual film, Corey walks out onto the roof where AJ is. Warren in the film is played by Brendan Sexton III, except for when he was doing stunts. The stuntman who is running away from Lucas during the shoplifting sequence, when he runs into the car, actually hit it so hard that he cracked a few ribs. In the film, there's a really fun song called Sugar High. Not only will it absolutely get stuck in your head, but if you didn't know, Coyote Shivers is the one who wrote it and does sing in it, and that's actually Renee Zellweger who's singing the female part. Since Robin Tooney had to shave her head in Empire Records, she was actually wearing a wig throughout the production of The Craft. Rex Manning's music video, Say No More, Monet More, was actually recorded at Wrightsville Beach in North Carolina, and it only took them 1 day to do the filming. In an interview, Ethan Embry mentions that the reason why the day and Rex Manning Day takes place on April 8th is just the year prior, Kurt Cobain was found dead on April 8th, and it was an homage to how the 90s music icon died, and so did the music of the 90s. In the movie, you may or may not have noticed that on the register there's a poster that says, Have a Nice Days, which is a reference to the movie Dazed and Confused. Both Rory Cochrane and James Wills were in Empire Records and in Dazed and Confused. But also, so was Renee Zellweger. She was an uncredited character who was a girl in the back of a blue pickup truck. I really do enjoy Empire Records. It's one of those classic 90s movies that I think pretty much everyone should see. And there is a lot going on, especially because they've got a huge ensemble, but it is still a fun movie. So I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. As for the trivia question, what kind of relationship did Coyote Shivers and Liv Tyler have during the filming of this movie? During the film, Coyote Shivers and Liv Tyler are actually related, at least through marriage. In 1992, Coyote Shivers married Bebe Buell, who is in fact Liv Tyler's mother. So he was her stepfather all the way until 1999 when they got divorced. And in case you've been under a rock this whole time and didn't know this, Steven Tyler, the lead singer of Aerosmith, is Liv Tyler's father. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Askewed Reviews. If there's a movie you'd like to see get a review, just mention it in the comments. And as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe.